Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel for those who are returning, and welcome for those who are new. So today I'm going to do a bit of a chit chat video, and hopefully y'all can see my view. I know there was someone who was saying that you couldn't really see because it was a bright day that day. Well, it's overcast today, so I don't think we'll have a problem. Okay. And just light this candle, and if y'all have been following me for a while, y'all know that I prefer natural light, so I don't have my ring light on or anything like that. This is going to be just a chat about something that I've been seeing on YouTube. And I have my notes on the side here about what I wanted to discuss, and hopefully you enjoy this video. It's not going to be a traveler's notebook flip through, so I know those are exciting for y'all, but no, it's going to be just a chit chat today, which I think is an important topic. I've already considered making a video about it, so it's not something new. But I do want to show you, I did get back into my personal size May leather, because I just got my paper penguin weekly inserts. I just got those. I really didn't run out. I had like one more insert, but I just, I didn't know how the shipping was going to be. I know the last time, and I don't know if she was like super busy at that time, it did take a couple weeks, so I just didn't want to run out and be like, oh no. So here's what I was using prior to this. It's the Mr. Darcy Nano, and both of these are by Chic Sparrow. Hopefully this angle is okay for y'all. I'm hoping you can see what I have. Okay, the title of this video, you probably already saw it, is Agree to Disagree with Love. I recently watched this creator that was very angry with pretty planning, and I get it. I mean, there's a lot of people who get discouraged about pretty planning, and there was a video recently that I did about comparison, especially on social media. Let me see if I can focus. Okay. I was talking about how I plan, and someone had requested recently that I do a more in-depth planning, like how I do it. It's kind of like bullet style, but not really, because I've been doing it since I was little when I started planning. So it's not the same thing. But I think when bullet journaling became a thing, most people took it as you make a list, you have a key, you plan with very minimal thought. Okay, so it's supposed to be easy. But in the age of social media, a lot of creators have been bullet journaling with like really extensive drawing, painting, making like Dutch window thingies in their planners, and I get that. I like pretty stuff. I'm not going to fault anyone for having pretty stuff either. For me, it's enjoyable to decorate. It's more of a therapy. Y'all have seen this thing right here. I do some pretty planning in here, but a lot of these are messy pages with this type of writing right here. It's just scribbly. So anyway, the reason why I brought that up is because I mentioned in my video about comparison. Don't get discouraged over, these extravagant planners. Everyone is different. We all plan differently. And we have to remember that most of these channels, like really big channels that do journaling and all that, it's a business for them. So and excuse the background noise, I kept my door open because I want my pup to be able to come in and out of the office room. And hopefully y'all like this mic that I've been using. This is the second video that I'm using, and it helps me with less editing because I usually have to edit my sound. But now I've gotten a mic. Going back to what I was saying. So a lot of these creators treat their channel as a business. They get paid for the stuff that their viewers end up purchasing through their affiliate links. That's okay. If you want to treat YouTube as a business, that's fine. And I get what the creator was talking about, how consumerism or overconsumption is really messing up with the journaling community. But I don't know about anybody else. It's not new to journal with ephemera. I mean, that's like an old, like, I don't know, since people were journaling in the, I don't know, 1700s or whatever. They used very beautiful inks with their quill pens. That's not new. They would make intricate designs in their journals. They would have paintings on it. I mean, it's nothing new. I'm getting sidetracked, so I'm going to refocus. Sorry. I like pretty things. I'm not extravagant. As you all know, I don't buy those sticker kits. I throw stickers down here and there, but it's nothing exciting, and there's nothing wrong with that. And there's a really big content creator I've been watching for a while, and you probably watch her too. But she is very simple with her journals. As a matter of fact, there's like a couple of them that's really, really big. I mean, they have like tens of thousands of subscribers that do very simple journaling and planning. And that's kind of what I'm getting at. If you dislike creators that make extravagant spreads, share your channel with your minimalist planning so that others can watch you and learn from you. I just want to spread a word of caution to those that might be consumed with this anger towards other people for doing certain things. We don't know their background. We don't know if they like decorating their planners because of therapy reasons, okay? I mean, it is very therapeutic for some. So like I said, let me not get sidetracked. So there's something that I wanted to bring up. Let me look at my notes. Oh, and for anyone who can't see what I've written or what have you, my goal is not to show you every single thing that I write. That's not my goal. My goal is to share how I plan and how I journal. So if you're here as someone who wants to like read other people's thoughts and read them in detail because you want to know what's going on in their life, I'm not your content creator. Because I am very private, but I love sharing, if that makes sense. I'm going to actually create a video because that's another topic that I want to cover in terms of oversharing, but I'll talk about that later. Let me see. There was something that I wrote on here. Ah, here it is. There's a couple of books that I'm comparing. One I've already read multiple times, and another one that was actually suggested in many YouTube creators' book lists. Like I just kind of try to get ideas of what good books are out there. I've seen it mentioned so many times in the journaling and planning community, the Getting Things Done, GTD system, which I prefer the other book, which is the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. There's a famous quote. I'm not going to state who it was coined by because there's several individuals that have stated this. I don't know who was the originator. It says, surround yourself with people who talk about visions and ideas, not other people. So we have to be very careful about talking bad about other people because we are all different. We learn so many things, and I'm a firm believer of we don't know it all. Someone might be doing something a different way, and we can learn from that. If we knew everything, then there wouldn't be books out there to teach people how to do certain things. We learn every single day. I don't know. I just feel like if you think you know it all, then you probably don't. You can take that as you want to. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I state my case, and if you disagree with me, that's fine. We all have different opinions, and that's just life. I know people aren't going to agree with me with everything I say. Okay, let me get the 2 books. Hold on one second. Okay, so these 2 books, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and then Getting Things Done, The Art of Stress-Free Productivity. And these are the 2 authors. All right, sorry about the glare, y'all. Like I said, I like natural light. Okay. I was saying before that I actually prefer the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People because this author focuses more on why we should do certain things. It gets to the meat and potatoes of consequences of our actions. That's a way to become productive and be able to get things done, okay? This getting things done, it focuses more on what's in it for me. Like, is what my spouse wants or my family wants or my boss wants, is it going to be something that's going to benefit me? And I don't really like that approach. So with the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, what he focuses on is how is it going to affect us as a whole? Is it going to affect my family's relationship? Or is it going to affect our finances? Or, is this business proposal going to be productive for every party involved? Just anything, personal or professional. It gets to the end goal of everybody. Okay, I bring that up because I did mention that I was going to talk about these 2 books. I brought it up because it's the best, segue from what this creator was discussing in her video. I get it. I totally get that overconsumption is not a good thing. And I've said that many, many times. You probably heard it before, and I'm going to continue saying it because I am a Christian, and that's part of my description in my channel, that I'm not afraid of saying it, and I'm not afraid to, get backlash. That's fine. If you don't believe in it, it's not for everyone. I mean, it is and it isn't, because grace is given to all of us, whether we accept it or take it is really up to you. Okay, so what's next? Let me see what I wrote on here. So I may have mentioned this already, but my battery died and then I had to kind of back up, and I don't even remember what I was talking about, but if I did mention it, I'm sorry. So this book, a lot of people were talking about it on YouTube. A lot of big creators, even small creators, were talking about the GTD system, getting things done system. And so I got the book and read it. What works for others may not work for you. And that's why I say, take what you hear on YouTube or any social media with a grain of salt. I read this book and I'm like, oh, I don't really like it. What's the hype, right? That's fine. It's always good to learn, read new books, things like that, but you don't have to take everything a creator says on social media. We have to be careful as Christians to agree with angry people. Let's do the opposite. Show love to those that hate us. Treat others who disagree with you with kindness, okay? Walk in the way that others may see the grace of God in you. We all fall short of the glory of God. We're not perfect as Christians. We're still learning, and the Holy Spirit guides us in what we should do, right? And we read our Bibles to know what God wants of us. If we disagree with gluttony, then show a life away from gluttony. Show a life that there is a way to do things without having to buy all the stuff. Hopefully, this is the kind of things that you've been learning on my channel. Like, I have mentioned it over and over and over, and I sound like a broken record. I don't believe in buying everything that we see, because if we buy it and we don't use it, it's such a waste of money. It really is. Now, I can understand if you're buying something for a specific purpose. One of the videos that I had about don't spend doesn't work for everyone. I may link it in the description below, but one of the things is don't buy things without a purpose for it, because a lot of times we end up buying something, and I'm talking about in general. It could be notebooks, pens, inks, handbags, clothing, you name it. It is all over. And I did a video about person planner piece, and I'll put that also in the description below. It talks about that subject, that it's not just in the journaling community, it's everywhere. It's in every facet of social media, whether you love reading books, whether you're into tech gadgets, whether you're into philosophy, science, in the working class, in the blue collar, white collar, it doesn't matter. We all are thrown on social media with the need for stuff, and that's not what life is all about. Let me show you actually, hold on. When I journal, I love making my journals pretty, but that's not like the end goal. I'm not here to show it to the world and be like, look at me, look at me. No, that's not the goal. It encourages me to journal. And I think a lot of people who do pretty planning and pretty journaling, I think that's what a lot of people say, is that they are encouraged to write in their journals when it has pretty stuff. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with having nice things. It's the love of just having nice things, and that's all your life is about. Let's not fall into the trap of your things make you who you are. Anyway, hold on. Okay, I wanted to show this reading journal because there's also a statement that says a lot. It says, be a light, not a judge. Be a model, not a critic. Be a part of the solution, not part of the problem. So that's what I mean by getting into the reasonings behind why we do the things we do. You know, it's easier to point fingers, but what are we showing to others? What are we promoting? I hope that if you're trying to get away from overspending, I hope that you see this video and then you watch some of my other videos, because that's basically what my channel is about. I want to help as much as I can, even if it's just one person. If all of you don't agree and maybe one person, there's a light bulb moment and they say, oh, I don't need all this stuff. No. So thankfully, I haven't been swayed by the overconsumption on YouTube. Being a content creator, I know some people say that they spend more since they became creators because like they feel like they have to be in the community and they have to show new things and all. No, you really don't. You can have a group of people that agree. I mean, prime example are those two huge content creators that show minimalist planning. There's an audience out there for that kind of content. But anyway, my goal today was really to make sure that we don't forget who we are. And also, we don't have to be swayed with what individuals are pushing on social media. You know, like for instance, this pen. I absolutely love this pen. It is so beautiful and I don't have a ton of them, but when I bought this pen, I was looking at other pens and I was like, ooh, that's pretty too, and that's pretty too, and we can get into a vicious cycle of buying, 100 pens. Thankfully, I've been doing budgeting for 20 years and I've learned that you don't really have to have everything, and that I have a certain goal, for retirement and leaving things to my kids so they don't have to struggle. And reading Proverbs, if you haven't, really read your Bible, if you read Proverbs in the house of someone who is wise, they have choice fragrances, choice wine. They don't overconsume. But it also says they have nice things. Okay, so let's not get those two mixed up. So having beautiful things, choosing things of quality, that is also in scripture. We can't just haphazardly like, okay, we're just going to take second choice or whatever. That's no. But anyway, so thankfully I have a very small amount of fountain pens, and I don't have anything over $200. I know fountain pens can be in the thousands just for one pen. And I don't have a bunch of inks either. I can count the amount of inks that I have. I definitely don't have over 20 inks, and that's fine with me. I like having a variety, but I don't have to have everything. I can have a small amount of pens, a small amount of ink. I'm okay with it. And actually, even before getting all of this stuff, I was a digital planner for 18 years, and I didn't need any of this stuff. I could plan with just a computer, my smartphone. I mean, it's okay. I could do pen and paper, and I've done it before in the past. Before I went solely digital, I was doing journaling, planning, scrapbooking, all of that stuff for 15 years before going all digital. Also, purchasing things without a purpose. So I didn't get a passport for a really long time because the pocket and the passport size are so similar, and I didn't have a purpose for the passport either. I'm not one of those that have like a ton of leather covers that I just store. I don't have to have them in every size and color. I don't have to have all the special editions or new releases. I just am not. And that's fine if you are, you know, if you have a lot of disposable income and that's your enjoyment in life, hey, have at it. I don't really care, do you? But for me, in terms of my channel, you might have noticed that it takes me a really long time to purchase something. I wanted to pay homage to the Travelers Company, and that's why I got the Travelers Company covers. So the passport, I wanted to use it for my travel TN because it is portable. I have my memory book, which is a B6, and it's big and bulky. So I don't really want to carry that around. So I thought this was the best thing, is a small compact travel TN that I can jot down my memories in when I travel. Also, it's a dual use for my language learning. So I do like that. Yeah. And it also took me a long time to get this nano as well because it was so small, and I thought, am I really going to use it? So I thought long and hard. It took like several months and even a little over a year for me to decide to get this. And I absolutely love this size. I am just so in love with it because with my little handbags, I could just drop this in and it has everything that my personal size has. I use this when I'm using my big handbags. I prefer this size. The personal size is my ultimate like sweet spot because I can write a lot in it, but it's not so big like an A5 that I can carry it around. I think that a lot of times we see other people on social media and they have certain things and we think, oh yeah, if it works for them, then it's going to work for me. No, that's not the way it is. You have to really think, like, what am I going to use this item for? Am I just going to use it once and then be done with it? Or, you know, how often am I going to use it? So I totally get the whole thing about being against overconsumption. I really get it. But I think that we just really have to be careful about what we agree with. Take what you like and leave what you dislike. So I'm gonna actually, hold on. You might have seen this before. I kind of brought it up in one of my videos. And I'm gonna talk about this more in detail at a later time. This Moleskine booklet, I have a list of all the content creators that I'm considering like subscribing to. So it's something that I'll talk about in a later video. We have to be very careful about what we consume on social media. I stopped watching like haul videos. If there's anything on the title that says haul, I don't watch it because even though I've been a budgeter for 20 years, you know, things can, like, I'll be like, oh wow, yeah, that's nice. Ooh, you know, so I can only imagine if someone is very easily swayed, then yes, I can see them buying all kinds of things. That's why I had to stop watching haul videos because I don't agree with it, so then I stopped watching it. But there's creators that do haul videos, but I still like their other content. I still watch when they're doing like comparison of certain items that I'm interested in getting, you know, talking about other topics that I'm interested in, then I'll watch it. But if anything says haul on it, I don't watch it. But you'd be surprised because those kind of videos actually get a lot of views. And you have to remember, the company that owns YouTube, look at what they actually do. You know, they're a search engine, right? So they get paid for people who search certain things and then they purchase it, or they search certain things to research products. So of course they're going to promote those kind of videos. I mean, it's a business, y'all. We have to remember, let's not get worked up and get angry at things that we're not able to control. Our feelings, we can control. And what we watch, we can control. If something on social media makes you so angry, step away from it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I am ending this because this video is going to be extremely long already. And you know how I feel about long videos. I don't necessarily like it. I hope that the content that I put out encourages you to live life fully with purpose. We don't have to fall prey to what we see. We have to just be mindful. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be doing more videos like this about lifestyle. I think I mentioned before that I'm slowly trying to get all these lifestyle videos out to discuss things that may help you in the future. If you liked this video, if you agree, hit the thumbs up, and if you disagree, it's okay. Leave them in the comments below. How do you feel about the journaling community, the planner community? What things would you promote? And what are your thoughts? I'd really love to know. I love hearing your experiences and bouncing off ideas. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for all the subs that subbed recently, all the ones that have been with me for quite some time. Really appreciate it. And I definitely look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.